Okay, even with all the wrap drama and having to rewrap this MR2, you guys can check this out here. It looks so good. I actually made it into that hole in one piece. And this whole back end is done in one piece as well. If you're interested on how I did this, continue watching. The whole video is coming up. It's a little long, but it's a step-by-step on how to do it and how to struggle through going around this nasty little bend right here. So all my MR2 guys, good luck. How to do this back bumper. So this back bumper is a little challenging because it goes into multiple 90-degree bends. So it comes down to a 90-degree angle here, and then 90-degree here, and then it goes all the way down to where this exhaust piece is. Also, there's a little inlay part back there. So what you want to do, first off, is you want to set an inlay in here first. So when you're doing this, you're going to want to inlay this whole area where the license plate is, and then make your edge around here, you know, on the edge. And what we're going to do is, once you wrap the whole thing, you'll cut a little bit extra, and then you'll just fold it over into the license plate area. Here, if you're doing chrome, you basically might want to do it in two pieces, because chrome doesn't want to make this bend, right? Okay, the up and then up again. So you would set a line right on this edge right here, where the top edge, all with knifeless tape, and then you would make your own seam going all the way over to here. So you see where this white mark is? That was where I made my last seam. But this particular chrome is a lot more conformable. I think I can make it in one piece without having to split it up in two pieces. So I'll see. If it doesn't work, then I'll cut it off and I'll do the top piece separate. Basically, how you make this turn is you want to hinge it right here in the middle, and then you're going to pull extra hard with some heat, and you're basically going to pull it into this little shelf right here. You don't care about what happens down here. As you pull this and you stretch around that, it will naturally fold over like that. So all you gotta do is make it to right here, and then you're good. So let's go and try it out. This was quite nasty. I would probably say it's the hardest thing to do on this car, pretty much. Just because you really have to know what you're doing. So all I did was I hinged it right there. I pulled the top. As you can see here, I set the top as low as possible with just enough room for me to pull. But if you have too much material on top, you're gonna run into where it just bridges over, and it doesn't want to fold into that little curve there. So you see how this side bunches up like that there. I'm sure when you guys are trying to do this, you have this problem, and it's very hard to get rid of this. Yeah, it took me quite a few readjustments to make that happen. So over here, I made it in one piece. Basically, you just have to really heat it up and then just work it. If you make sure there's no wrinkles from here. All right, you guys gonna get to watch me struggle with this this side here. So what you got is this is all nice and hinged there, but you got a lot of slack going on right here, some bunching right here, and these nasty wrinkles right here. Don't recommend you doing this with chrome. You definitely do this with like reflective chrome with two people and in two pieces. So you're gonna peel this back. to this last wrinkle over here. I can heat this up. Okay. So the key is going to be stretching it into this little top curve. I don't really care what happens at the bottom, really. We can stretch into this top curve right here and go down. A little more heat. This would be a lot easier with two people because someone can pull down while you pull across. But since I'm just by myself, okay. So you notice that it's nice and kind of set right here. I'm gonna yank it down here real hard, putting almost all my body weight into it. Don't worry, it won't tear. And then I'm gonna pop this out a little bit. Okay, I just want to get rid of this set of wrinkles before I move any further, because that's wrinkles behind your work area is going to give you problems. So I'm going to actually take it all the way back out, clean all that up. There you go. Okay, you see how that made all those wrinkles go away. Okay, now I got to deal with this mess up top. With chrome, you normally can't do this because as soon as you touch too much heat to it, if you don't know which amount of heat to touch, it will haze out the chrome and make it white. This one is a lot more durable. It's almost behaving just like regular mats. Okay, so I'm gonna go around the corner. See, okay, so this, I'm hinging at the top of the light, and I'm kind of just working my way across here. This is the area that's in the very back, so I'm going to make sure that it's nice and pushed in there. And then I'm going to take it back out, just because I don't like the way it's positioned. Okay, so that's getting heated up. So there you go. Make it around the bottom. Pull really hard up top, and I got myself set up for some pretty nice wrinkles here. So these are pre-planned wrinkles. See how they go this way, and then you lift it up, they smooth out. So now you heat that up right there. So you see how you heat it up, it smooths out a little bit. And you want to just make yourself a nice, even plane to work with. Take your squeegee, kind of set yourself up with a nice plane right there. Just like a nice barrier without wrinkles, right? So then you do it again. You kind of have to massage it to make around this turn here. See that? Massaging it in. And this video is going to be a little longer just because this part is live in real time. No time lapse, so I can explain it to you guys. There's a guy that does lots of videos like this that I learned how to wrap from. His name is Christian with CK Wraps. You can look him up. He does tons of cars, and he does like 40-minute videos on how to do like one part of the car. I just watched tons of his videos, and that's how I learned how to do it. And of course, you got to try it out yourself. Okay, so here, this is a little bit of wrinkle here. I'm gonna heat that up, and then conformed in. Now it looks a lot easier than it actually is, mainly because I have lots of experience at this point, and I've done many chrome wraps before. So yeah, this stuff behaves just like regular satin. It's not too bad. But it looks a lot easier than it actually is. You just have to know how much each type of material can take. That's why you want to do the easy parts first. If you do a fender, you do the door, you do the quarter panel, you after you do those, you get a feel for what kind of heat the material can take without it being ruined, and what degree of stretch you can do on the material before it snaps or it breaks or tears or whatnot. Okay, so right here, I'll go back on that one later. But you see how all these wrinkles go that way, right? I'm not sure you guys can see. Let's get closer. Okay. All these wrinkles are going this way, so you just pull the opposite way. It was a lot harder on the other side because that was my first time trying it. I had to kind of figure it out before I can successfully do this side. Now here, when you get to this part, your wrap is starting to dip down a little bit, so I'm going to take it back so heating it up slightly. I'm just going to make it around this corner here and get rid of that wrinkle right there. Okay, so pulling down and straight across. Okay, hinged it all the way over here. See how you pull up? And those go away. Over here, it's giving me some problems. I'm going to all that up. Little section at a time until you get to the vertical part. Once you make it vertical, you're good to go. You can readjust it, reheat it, then tuck it into the light there. Here, can't get that wrinkle out. I gotta pull. Sometimes you gotta take 2 steps backwards before you can go forward. Okay, up, there. Up and down at the same time. Oh man, that's a bitch. Come on. Oh. There we go. Okay, maybe that's good. We'll see. Okay. Now you don't want to stretch it up too much. But otherwise it will discolor. So I'm just trying to, there you go, make it to that edge there where it turns. Once I make it there, I heat it. Let it relax a little bit, and then it goes up. Then it can there you go. Relax it again. Heat it and relax it. Okay. This is probably the hardest part on the whole car. If you're trying to do it in one piece, I don't think it's possible to do this in one piece in a regular chrome or a reflective chrome. So I'm gonna heat this. Maybe you can with a really expensive tech wrap or a Avery or 3M. I don't think 3M even makes a reflective chrome. It has to be Avery. So you see how I made it across up there, and once there's no bubbles, on this curve. See, all this part I can always lift up, hinge it, and then tuck in with my squeegee. And that will get rid of, okay, there. So this bend is probably the hardest bend you ever have to make. If you can do that bend successfully without ruining your stuff, then you can pretty much wrap anything. There we go. That's giving me some problems. There. Gonna lock this in right here. Lock that in. Lock this in. So it gives me something to work with. And then here you're gonna go up. Give it some slack on top. Then you're gonna go, there you go. Right, all right, we're set. So it comes to show you don't actually have to have a shop to be able to do this. You just need a good amount of skill, know what you're doing, and a place that's in the shade. So I can technically do this outside in a tent if I wanted to. I'll probably be setting up a tent at the car shows this year, or this next year, and I'm probably just gonna bring a car out there at the shows to wrap. I think that'd be an interesting thing to see. You know, since you're out there all day anyway, might as well wrap live, right? And then here, okay, so I've hinged it up top. I was having this problem on the other side too, just because when you go around this turn, it wants to point your wrap down. So here I'm gonna heat this up. Since it's hinged up top, I can just pull down. Okay. See that? Pull down, I'm gonna lock it in somewhere, just like that. Come on. Such a bitch. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I have all that done. Here I can just take it easy, heat it up, put it where it needs to go. Squeegee out the air bubble. Hook it around the edge. Lock it in on the edge. And I'm about good. A little bit of a discoloration I can see here. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but if you get that, what you want to do is, I know I'm redoing it again, but if you heat it up, it makes it shrink back to the way it was, and the discoloration goes away. Yeah, see, there you go. Now you can't see any kind of color distortion, just because the wrinkles that I had there were too, see, the wrinkles I had there were too pronounced, and it made the wrap discolored. So I had to unstretch it. And then here, you gotta be careful when you squeegee, because if you squeegee too hard, you're gonna squeegee yourself a wrinkle. As in, you create your own wrinkle by your squeegeeing. This part needs to go up a little bit. Okay, there. This part keeps coming down. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my knife and I'm gonna do a relief cut, because this keeps pulling itself down. So there we go. That relief cut there made it not pull down anymore. Here I got some crud on the back of the wrap. Okay, so that top part is set. The bottom part, you basically just heat it up and pull it. So right down here, I got some wrinkles. Grab it from behind and then just pull the wrinkles out. Okay. Down in this corner. Down in this corner, you want to pull towards the front of the car and then towards the back of the car. So you grab this side, you pull towards the front of the car. Okay, you lock it in. You never want to pull straight down if you can avoid it, because it'll cause wrinkles that you can't deal with. You want to set up your wrinkles at an angle at all times. Okay, so right there, see how that edge is? Since I pulled that way, now I can pull that way and it won't cause any wrinkles. So, boom, like that. Okay. All right, there it is, boys. Step this off the mount here. See? That's how you deal that. Deal with that bottom part, and then here I can just cut this out. Okay, just one little air bubble right here. You can just take your knife and pop it, and then now it's gone. Okay. Some wrap left over for the hood. Got a whole bunch done. The side, the side skirt, which I did make it all the way into the hole here, you can see. So that's very nice. This stuff is actually able to stretch that far without pulling back. I'll post-seat it and tape it off. But the rest of the car is great. This back bumper was really hard to do, but powered through and got it done. Thanks to you guys for sticking with me for this extra long video. Trunk was pretty easy. You just do the flat part and then you stretch this way, stretch that way, and squeegee it out. You're good to go. This back part here I did in one piece just up to there, and then one piece over here, and then another piece down to here. That seam right there is really pronounced right now just because it's dirty and there's dust on it, but once you wash it off you can't even tell. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe, and leave a comment at the bottom. Tell me how your guys' wrap turned out when you tried it. So my MR2 dudes, I'll see you guys next time.